What's up guys, my name is Jessekazam. Welcome back to the Ultimate Escape from Tarkov Beginner's Guide. This video is going to be all about the absolute best resource for new players in Escape from Tarkov, which is the Battle Buddy app, which was created by an amazing content creator and streamer in the Escape from Tarkov community named Veritas. I'm going to have all his links down below. I also stream Escape from Tarkov about 4 days a week, so my links will be down below. I'd love to have you stop by. And with that out of the way, let's dive right in. So before we dive into the functionality of the app, let's talk about kind of what the app is in broad strokes. Firstly, this app wasn't created by Ballistics Games, which is the company that's making Escape from Tarkov, but rather this app was designed and coded by Veritas, who's an amazing content creator and streamer in the Escape from Tarkov community. And there were a lot of other content creators that participated as well by providing screenshots and calculations and all sorts of stuff like that, which Veritas attributes in the app. But he put a ton of work into this. And as I understand it, he actually reached out to Battlestate and they were really excited and even helped with the process of this, but it's not created by Battlestate Games. Secondly, this isn't about manipulating your character in game. So it's not about moving stuff around in your stash or buying and selling off the flea market when you're not around your computer, but rather it's about knowledge. And this is why I think this is going to be one of the most important things for new players in the game, is because this app is about providing you with information that the game doesn't necessarily tell you, and all in one place. So whether you're brand new all the way up to a veteran, there's going to be information in here that's going to be super helpful to you. And if you've been playing Tarkov for a while, you know that information is key, and the more you know about the game and the mechanics, the better you're going to do. Thirdly, the app is currently only on iOS, so only for iPhone users, but Veritas has made it very clear that he is working on a progressive web app version so that Android users will be able to save an icon to your phone and launch it right there, just like you would an app that allows them to push out updates and stuff like that. So that is coming, but currently it's only on iOS. And finally, this is the first version. So if you've stopped by Veritas's stream, he talks about a ton of other functionality that he wants to add in, but he wanted to get the app in our hands. It's got plenty of functionality right now, but he will definitely continue to grow and expand on this amazing foundation. So if we go ahead and open up the app, right here from the homepage, you'll see at the bottom, there's kind of three main sections: items, learn, and more. Starting with items, this page is all about breaking up all the different items you're going to come across in the game that helps you give more information about these. So we see firearms, ammunition, body armor, medical, melee weapons, and throwables. And these categories allow you to learn and compare about all the different things in these categories. So if you click on firearms, it's going to show you all the guns that are currently in the game, broken up by the type of gun that they are. And then if you click on that gun, it's going to give you a ton of information. So it's going to describe that weapon. It's going to show you the class, caliber, and whether it folds, and then all sorts of stuff about its performance. So all the information that Tarkov is going to give you. But what's amazing about the app is that you can click on a lot of these things and then compare them. So if you click on class, you're going to see all the other guns that are in the assault rifle class right there. And then if you click on caliber, it's going to show you all the other guns that accept that same caliber of bullet. And then one of the coolest things about this app is you can click compare performance. And what that pulls up is a list of all the guns in the game, and it's highlighted already the other guns that are in the same full auto rifles with the same caliber. So you can just go ahead and click continue, or you can deselect some of these if you want to compare specific guns. And then you hit continue, and it shows you this graph where it compares the fire rate, the ergonomics, all the statistics of the guns, and you're going to be able to see all of these lined up next to each other. So you can compare specific guns you want, you can compare guns of an entire category. It's an amazing way to really quickly see how certain weapons stack up against each other. And what's awesome is if we move out of firearms and then right down to ammunition, we know from some of the previous videos that I've done that learning the ammunition is one of the absolute most important things you can do as a new player. And you can see right here, just like with the firearms, it's all of the ammunition that's currently in the game, and it's broken up by the caliber. And if you click on one of the calibers of bullets, it's going to give you information about that: the penetration amount, the damage, armor damage, fragmentation chance, a ton of stuff like that. And just like with the firearms, there's a ton of this stuff you can click on. You can click on related firearms, and it's going to show you all the weapons in the game that use this caliber of bullet. And then once again, the compare feature is incredible. You can compare other ammunition and see how they stack up in those categories like penetration and damage values. Once again, it's going to pull up all the 5.56 rounds, and you can deselect these and select specific ones you want to compare. If you want to compare some of the 5.56 versus the 7.62 or however you want to do that, and then it's going to be this awesome graph that shows you for damage, penetration, all of the values that are really important to you. Under Explore, there's also a penetration chance and damage calculator. We're actually going to go over that in a second because those are phenomenal aspects of the app. So backing all the way out of ammunition, same thing with body armor. I mean, it's simple, but it's a ton of information that's super helpful about all the items in the game. So once again, same thing. It's bringing up all the armor in the game, broken up by class. And you can click on any one of these and see statistics about them. You can read a description, you can see all the statistics and the properties, all the different penalties, the speed penalties, and the stuff that it's going to cost you to wear that armor. And then same thing, you can compare that armor to other armors in its class or other armors as well. You can see the different speed penalties and ergonomic penalties, which can be super helpful, especially with armors in category. You know, all the class 5 armors, you can figure out which ones you like to run because it gives you a little bit more mobility or a little bit more durability, and you can make those decisions. You can compare that stuff. So backing out, same thing with medical, melee weapons, throwables. I mean, that's what the beauty of the app is it allows you to not only see more information about every single item that you can interact with, but you can also compare them. So under medical, it allows you to see the number of uses, the different types of medical items that are in the game, and it allows you to compare those and see which medical items stop blood loss and don't, which medical items have more uses or less. And instead of fumbling around in the trader menus and just double clicking on everything, you can just go here and compare these things and see what they do. This is incredibly helpful with the combat stimulants as well, because they have tons of penalties, tons of benefits, and they're all very similar and can be really confusing. You can just compare them all and see what they're going to do to your character. So that's basically the items page. Same with melee weapons, same with throwables. It allows you to click on a category of items and learn about whatever you want to learn about, and then compare that to the other items. The other main tab here is the Learn tab, which has some really crazy calculators and features here. So the two big ones are the penetration chance and the damage calculator. So once again, clicking on penetration chance, what we know about Tarkov is that the ammunition that you use has a huge effect on if it's going to penetrate the armor that your opponent is wearing. And it's really complicated, and the numbers behind it, especially as the durability of an armor goes down and all sorts of stuff like that. There's a lot of charts that we used in the past that were incredible and made by other content creators and were really helpful, but this takes it to a whole new level. So if you hit select armor, I can select also in this screen, really quick tip, you can filter the armor by its class. If you click class again, you can filter low to high. You can filter by durability or the name. So just know that as you're searching, you can change those filters. But if I select this Zook armor right here, and then I select a specific round that I want to be using, I can pick whichever round in the game that I want. Now, same thing here. I can sort by penetration, by the amount of damage done, the caliber, or just the name. But let's pick a relatively high ammo here. So 7.62 BP, we can click on that. So for this armor, right out of the gate, it has a 0% chance of penning at full durability on that first shot. But what's awesome is that it allows you to slide the durability down. So if you have a Zook armor that you can only repair up to 40, now you can see that a round that previously had a 0% chance of penning now has a 20%. 1 in 5 of those shots is actually going to pen that armor. So you can play around with this with any armor and ammo combination and really start to gain a deeper understanding without having to look through or like learn crazy complicated formulas if that round is going to be effective against that armor, and then vice versa. You can actually look, if you have a few Gen 4s or a few armors that are low durability, you can't repair up super high, you can actually start to see how effective those armors are going to be. Once again, this information is awesome and really invaluable. So going back to the Learn page, clicking on the damage calculator, this is another crazy tool that he's built in. So what this allows you to do is if you select an ammo type, Now the same menu is going to pop up where you can filter by the caliber or the penetration of the round or the damage of the round. If you select an ammo type, let's just click M61. And then you now get to start clicking on parts of the body. And this is going to calculate how much damage is done to that part of the body. So if I click right arm, it's going to black it out completely with this round. And then if I hit him in the arm again, you start to see it take health from all of the other limbs. And I can switch ammunitions right here in the middle of this. And a really cool application for this is you can see how effective like leg meta is. So for instance, this 9mm caliber, if I start clicking on somebody's legs, I black it out, how many shots would it take to then kill somebody? And that health meter down at the bottom is incredibly accurate. He did a lot of testing and put a lot of math behind this, and it's definitely well within the margin of error. You are going to be able to use this to say, hey, I would have died in that situation, or I would have lived. You can reset in the bottom right and start it over again. This is, once again, an awesome way to check the viability of an ammo type. You can see if it's going to do a one tap to the thorax or head, which is going to be an instant kill. How long is it going to take to leg meta somebody, or how much damage is it going to start doing to the entire body once a limb is blacked out? All of that can be done here with incredible accuracy with all the different rounds in the game. Back in the Learn tab at the bottom, there's a tab for Ballistics, and there's a really cool write-up here on how Ballistics work in Escape from Tarkov. He talks about all sorts of things: the armor class, durability, zones of protection, the materials, penalties. He links to a few videos that he's made, and all of this information is super helpful. You don't have to know this stuff. I would highly recommend it if you're a new player, or if you've been playing for a long time but haven't heard this stuff. Tarkov is all about knowing how to bring an enemy down, and there's a lot of incredible information here. And then finally, over in the bottom right, the More tab, there's all sorts of like the information and attributions for the app. It's all of Veritas's information, the stream team, the Discord. It's an open source app, so you can look at the GitHub right there. He's got a tab where he's going to be listing some of the upcoming features and all sorts of stuff like that. Now, another crazy thing about this app is that it is 100% free and there are no ads. So this experience, you just download it and you get this experience. There's no ads, nothing popping up. There is an option on this More tab all the way down at the bottom to watch an ad to support Veritas. It's crazy that he put a ton of effort into this app and is giving it away for completely free and not even making money off of ads. So just know that that's there. So that's the app. Like we said, this is just the first iteration of the app. There's a lot of cool new features that he wants to bring to it, but even just this is a really robust feature set of information and calculations that can help you in the game. Just having this nearby while you're playing, you might come up with a question. Instead of having to go on Reddit or look somewhere, you can just go right here and learn about that firearm, about that ammo type, about that armor. You can check the viability of certain builds and all sorts of stuff right in here. So I would definitely highly recommend checking it out if you have an iOS device, and really soon if you have an Android device as well. Thank y'all so much for taking the time to check out this video. If you liked the video, maybe drop a like or subscribe for more content like this. Please leave a comment down below if you have any questions about this video, or if there's any guides you'd like to see me make here in the future. I really hope that this video helped. I really suspect that this app is going to be one of the most amazing resources for new players, especially as it continues to develop. And my goal is always to create content to help shorten the learning curve of this game and gets you and your raids having as much fun as possible. So thank y'all so much again, and I'll see y'all in the next one.